Hi friends, it is January the 12th, a sunny Sunday, and I'm on a walk that is part exploring the forest and part spiritual first aid, because I was feeling so crappy earlier, like really yucky, nauseous, headachy, very unpleasant. And yeah, I decided I needed to go out, so I stuffed myself into some clothes and started walking. I'm exploring a very kind of challenging path right now. Thank you for the synchronicity. It's okay here, slightly muddy. It was a complete swamp a while back. Now I have a little stream crossing this path. It's generally this forest is very wet. Like, stay on the roads, stay on the path, because you might fall into a pond that you didn't see before. Yeah, I'm a bit muddy. That's all right. And yeah, so I can feel it. Things are getting better. It's like I'm feeling better. Just being out and exploring, going on an adventure. That's my thing. So yeah, feeling better, which leads me to something that I felt to talk about anyway, because it also came up yesterday in a session with a client, and that is the idea of spiritual first aid kit. Because so we were exploring something. There's a bottle. Let me check that bottle. Rubbish. Because why not? What am I doing with this now? Carrying this with me? I don't know. The energy is still extremely weird. I don't know if you're aware of it, but I'm feeling it. The energy is extremely weird. I'm not entirely sure if I should be pushing on with this recording or stopping it. There's the train. I'm fairly close to the train tracks. And there's the road. It's so fascinating. It's like you walk through this wood, and you barely see people. Certainly not on these very muddy, challenging paths. And there goes the train. And depending on where you are, and you look into the forest, you see nothing but trees, forest, nature. You don't see any signs of civilization. And then all of a sudden, boom! There's a train. Yeah, there's probably another one coming soon, going in the other direction. So, what I wanted to talk about, the spiritual first aid kit. Yeah, as I said, it came up yesterday in a session. I've spoken with a friend about the same thing before. It's like when you're doing good, when you're in a good place, you remember all the tools that you have to work through things. But when you are anxious, agitated, you're feeling you're being pulled out of body, that happened to my client yesterday. She was feeling like a lot of intensity around the head, and said at one point, "I'm not really here." So when you're in that sort of situation, when you're in sort of that energy, what do? And she also said that, how do I remember what to do when I'm in such a situation? Because when I'm in the situation, I don't remember these things. And again, similar, a friend had shared something similar. And I suggested, make yourself a spiritual first aid kit. Or a mental health first aid kit, however you want to call it. Like for physical injuries, you have a first aid kit somewhere, or you at least have some bandages and some cream and whatever to take care of small injuries. And you know where that stuff is. You don't need it all the time, but you know that if something happens, you don't have to think about, oh, where did I put this, where did I put that? You know where it is, right? And so make yourself something like that for spiritual mental health urgencies. So while you're in a good place, make yourself reminders, write a list, whatever, of things that help you. It's like, you feel crap, go out for a walk. Breathing exercises. Like yesterday we started with breathing, it didn't work. So we tried something else, which is toning. So toning in the lower chakras, especially, that you're going out of body, bring consciousness back in. If the breath doesn't work, toning, or whatever, make a list of your favorite tracks if you work well with music, and then play those tracks. Like I have a list of 2 or 3, I'm only remembering 2 right now, but I know I have more, like 2 tracks that I play. I'm feeling crap, I'm feeling agitated, I'm feeling disconnected. I plunk myself down and I play these tracks and I feel fine afterwards, because they work for me. They work for me, they bring me back, they remind me energetically of who I am. And no, I know these things, and even if I'm feeling terrible, I remember these mostly, not always, but mostly. I remember what I can do to take myself out of that convolution, tightness, anxiety, and bring myself back, center myself, bring myself all the way back into the body, present, connected with myself. If you're struggling with that, that's where the spiritual first aid kit or mental health first aid kit can come in. So make yourself a kit, a box, something. I would recommend grab some really, really nice, cute, creative container. Make one, something that gives you joy just looking at, and then you fill it with these things. Like write little note cards, breathe, tone, put in some crystals. Bikers. Anything that helps you. Biking, moving, exercising. And put it in a place where, I don't know, maybe you can see it or you can't see it. It doesn't really matter as long as you know where it is. So that when you're in a situation, you're just like, oh crap, I feel terrible. What do I do? You know where to go. And then you go through all of your tools to see which one fits, which one works. You work through all of them. One of them is likely to help you. Hopefully. Yeah, anyway, that's what I wanted to talk about. I'm still carrying this bottle around. And I'm back on one of the more public, maintained, official paths. Also, my fingers are freezing. And so I'm thinking of turning this off. Yep. Oh, look at that. It's only been 9 minutes.